Hello there! This is Lynn Kanuka, your RunWalk coach and resident Olympian. I wanted to take some time to share with you a fantastic way to enhance any exercise program, and specifically for runners and walkers. This will help to enhance your program as well as help prevent injury. And I'm talking about what is known to me as the Brazilian body circuit, and I'll explain why in just a second. I hope you're enjoying your RunWalk program. And I hope at this point you're beginning to understand that feeling that happens where you can just keep on going. There is no finish line kind of keep on going. I love to go for a run even after all these years. And so to find ways to keep that sort of spirit and spice up your training alive kind of feeling, I want to share so many different kinds of tips, and this is one today, this circuit called the Brazilian body circuit. So it's inspiring because I had the good opportunity to train and live side by side in the Olympic Village with an amazing runner called Joachim Cruz, who still today is a runner just like me in my sort of genre, coaches, trains athletes, and inspires young people in his life and passion today. But he was the Olympic champion over 800 meters the year that I won a bronze medal in the 3,000 meters in Los Angeles. Now, the Brazilian team, along with Joachim Cruz, of course, they were out there doing this body circuit that combined all these different ways to move, different exercises, a combination of exercises and running in a workout that just looked like a lot of fun, providing that variety and a way to sort of move within your body that wouldn't sort of create that consistent pattern of pounding that does happen when you are running. You've got to strengthen your muscles and tendons in different ways in order to prevent injury. We tend to move forward all the time with the same step pattern. It's a reason that we do intervals is to prevent, one of the reasons is to prevent overuse injuries. But when you also move in a way that this circuit inspires, you gain strength in all sorts of body areas, plus you change the way that your body makes contact with the ground. There's all kinds of variety, so it's fun, and aerobically you become fitter and stronger. In fact, faster, because you're developing a lot of your power muscles. So let's get to it. I've visited a number of clinics. Every year now for 18 years I get around town and try to visit various clinics and provide all kinds of tips for people. And I always find myself about this time in the year wanting to share the Brazilian body circuit. So these photos come from when I visited Killarney some time ago. So thanks, Killarney team, for being willing participants in the Brazilian body circuit. And I'm going to take you through, with these photos, the list of exercises that comprise the circuit. And that way, when you maybe tap into SportMed BC and our archive of information, you'll see a list in a written word that explains the body circuit, but this will help create that picture in your mind so that you understand what the exercises actually are. So let me move forward here. We start with, what you do is you find a space, whether it's in the gym or whether it's on the field, or in this case it's at a beach right beside a lake called Bunsen Lake over on the North Shore in the Lower Mainland, and you need about 50 meters, 50 to 75 meters. And essentially what we're going to do is we start on one side of the field or gym and then do an exercise and then work our way over to the other side, do another exercise and work our way back. So you're kind of just going back and forth with this circuit. So in this case we start on one side of the well, in this case it's the beach. I was having some fun in a really nice place. These are called jump twists. So you start with about 20 jump twists and you just simply twist and shout, twist and shout. You know that song. Come on, baby now. Okay, enough of that. I digress. So you do the twist back and forth with your arms, working into the torso, into your shoulders, into your hips, and landing gently back and forth, back and forth. All right, so do 20 of those. Then, and here we've got the team doing the twist, doing the jump twist on one side of their field near Killarney Clinic. Okay, then we go right into that strength endurance A walk that I've taught you all if you're listening. It's a march. High knees, nice firm landing, using running arms, and you simply walk in a walk, a march, about 25 meters, maybe over to the other end of your gym or to the other end of your field. So this is me doing the march. Here it is. And then you simply, after you've done 20 steps each leg, you shuffle on over to the other side. And this is Killarney. We're doing the march here, taking our steps. I'm demonstrating here a little bit more aggressive way to do it, which you can, and that's a point to recognize, is that depending on your fitness level, if you're a walker, you can simply take nice steps with a nice high knee that feels comfortable, or if you're entering into the Learn to Run program and or perhaps you're learning to run faster, you can be a little bit more aggressive with how quickly you take your steps, how high you lift your knees, and how aggressively you move your arms to develop that rhythm. All right? Then we get to the other side of the field or the gym, and we now do what are called side kicks. And this wakes up your groin area, creates a little strength, flexibility, length, and just a little versatility in your stride. We never use our groins, or we think we don't, but I'll tell you what, when you get tired and you're running, you definitely have to activate and draw upon the strength in your entire leg muscle group, and that's going to include your groins, especially when you're trying to run faster. So let's do some side kicks from side to side. You just literally do what I'm doing here, back and forth like a pendulum, one leg and then the other, and they're called side kicks. So you'll do 20 side kicks, side to side, just like this group here, and you go at a pace, again, that's right for you. If the hopping from side to side isn't working for you, you can simply step side to side and dial it down or dial it up according to your fitness level. All right? So then we get into what's called an A skip. So now you did your marching A where you were just taking steps, and now, in between that step, you add what's a tiny skip. So it becomes an A skip, a marching skip. All right? So you're now doing an A skip for about 25 meters, and then you'll shuffle on to the other side, which is just what we did. So you're going back and forth. Exercise on one side, move your way with a march or whatever is indicated, and then you shuffle over to the other side. So that's what we're doing here, having a good old time out in the sunshine on a spring day. All right, so now we get into what is a part of the circuit that is really important because it raises your heart rate up a little bit and draws on that aerobic and circulation component that's so necessary in our sport. So the old shuttle run, and I know you know what that is from your days way back in elementary school if you haven't done it since. So I planted some sticks on the beach here. You take maybe one stick 10 meters out and then another one about 20 meters out. You can just do 10. So I start on one side, touch the ground, so use your quadricep, your thigh muscles to come down with strength, touch the ground, then shuffle or shuttle run up to about 10 meters, touch the ground again, and run back, and do that 3 times. All right? If you're fitter and stronger and want to be more aggressive, you can make that shuttle 10 meters out and then 20 meters out and repeat that 3 times. All right, so here we go. This time, the first time was 10, second time 20. If you look back here, you can see where there's my starting point. This was the first shuttle, touch the ground and back, and now we're all the way to the 20 meters out and then all the way back. And doesn't it help to have this gorgeous vista in the background? You know what? Make sure you find interesting places to run and walk. That's also a way to spice up your program. Oops, no, just a second here. Let's move forward. There we go. Now you're a bit out of breath, so it's time to take a much-needed breather stretch. So this is something I do every time I'm out for a run or a walk. So at the end of it, if I have no time for any stretching at all, this is something I always encourage people to do. So take a nice big breath in, and as you inhale, raise those arms up above your head, and as you exhale, just gently hinge at the waist, stretch all the way down, and allow gravity to do the work. Let your fingertips come down towards your toes. You can have a soft bend in your knee if you like, and you're just taking a breath to calm down your system here, stretch your hamstrings just a little bit and your calves, and then ready yourself for the next exercise in the circuit. There we go. They were relieved after we did the shuttle. Most of them said, heck, we haven't done this since we were, 12 years old. So have some fun with something like this and know that you're gaining a great deal of strength completing this. So now we did the march. We did a marching A and then a skipping A. So now we add what's called a B. It's a B walk. And I say over the barrel B because, as I've explained in leader training and at various clinics, you step up and over a barrel, bring that foot down with your hamstring nice and strongly, even like a bull in a pen or something. You bring that leg down, reasonably forcefully so that you've got some gusto in your step, and you just simply put that leg down and lift up the other, up and over the barrel. Don't forget your running arms, and don't forget to hold your body tall. Posture is so important. Crown of the head, nice and tall, neck relaxed, chest open, swinging those arms, and then the legs lift up and over the barrel. Body control here because you're taking steps. When you try it, you'll see what I mean. And these are very running specific muscle groups. I'm just going to suggest that these exercises are done by athletes around the world that are performance and oriented and trying to learn to run faster. So hey, we're trying to do the same. We're all athletes, and this is going to work. It will help your talking pace become easier when you do this kind of thing. So here we are having some fun doing so what are supposed to be over the barrel B's, but somehow we got going on the can-can, it looks like here, legs straight. A couple of people over here have got it going correctly, and then we were laughing here because these guys looked like they were doing the can-can, and so I joined them with the can-can. Having fun in the sun. All right, then we shuffle 25 meters to the other side again after we've done the over-the-barrel B's. And now on the other side of the gym, we do what we love to do. Everybody loves a push-up. You can choose to do push-ups from your knees, or you can choose to do hold a plank. All right, you could hold a plank, a straight arm plank, which is what's happening here. Push-ups are really just moving planks. You want to hold your body nice and strong, crown of the head forward, and a nice straight flat back all the way down to your heels, pushing your heels out. And if you're doing a regular push-up, your shoulders are just forward of your hands, and you are coming straight down and then straight back up. And on your knees, actually in this case I didn't get a proper picture, but if you're on your knees, you really should bring your heels up to your seat and then do your push-ups. So try to do what's reasonable, 10 of them maybe, 5 of them if that's what you've got in you, 20 of them if you can muster it up. Okay? So on the one side of the field we've done push-ups, and here's Dan the man, my good friend, and he's a former clinic coordinator with the Sun Run in Training team of leaders, a fantastic leader, and he does an awfully amazing push-up here. I don't know how he'd be all right letting me tell you how old he is, because he's an incredible inspiration. The guy's well into his 60s, and he's an Ironman plus, I'll tell you. So thanks for that example, Dan. Dan, our clinic coordinator. So now we go do, after we've done our push-ups, we do a B skip, 25 meters. So you did a step over the barrel the last time. Now you're going to skip at the same time as you did, just like you did with your A's. So it's an over the B, or over the barrel B skip. So you can do it. It sounds, I think, and looks more complicated than it is. You're just lifting up over the barrel and you're just skipping, swinging those arms in a running action and skipping as you step up and over the barrel, 20 to 25 steps each leg. All right, and then you carry on. Here they are doing their B's. Then you carry on with a shuttle, again a little shuffle run or a walk, depending on where you're at, over to the other side. Yet again, back and forth we're going. All right, and now let's try some knee drops, or you can call them leg squats, if you will. Important for strengthening the knees. The quadriceps, your big thigh muscles, all join at the knee. If people did squats like these every day, we'd avoid so many knee issues. Everything that joins into the knee pulls on the knee, and if you can access strength in your quadriceps as opposed to having that pressure in your knees, you will find that you stay healthier in the knees. So you are coming down reasonably straight. If you have knee issues, I haven't got a photo here, but definitely you can just bend your torso a little bit further forward, stick your seat out a little bit further to the back so that you have a bit of more extension there, and you'll use your quadriceps with less load on your knees. Okay, so try them, and again, 10, give it a go with 10, and if you can do 20, then do 20. No strain, not causing any injury issues here. Swinging those arms backwards and then forwards as you come down. And then we do C's. C's are my favorite. It's an opposite contraction to when you're lifting with your knees up to your chest. And all you're doing here is quickly bringing your heels up to your seat and then back down again. And you're using running arms back and forth with a quick snap back and forth, back and forth. If you're a walker, like this gal here, she just simply lifted her leg up, put her leg down, and took another step, and just took her time moving forward, 10 steps or 10 each leg, 20 each leg, whatever makes sense. All right? So you can walk it, or you can snap it into a run, and this is excellent for those of you that are avid runners already. All right. Then, of course, we shuffle on over to the other side one more time, and we're almost done. Last one. Love this one. The kids that I coach love this one, and they wait for me to do it right there side by side with them. I call it happy feet. Just like you did back in the day, tiny little steps. Your arms are really just moving either very, very quickly at your side or almost, in this case, just staying right by your side as you move your feet as fast as you can for 5 seconds. So I literally will shout, here we go, hit it everybody, and we go, as the feet are up and down, pitter-patter, I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we just relax in between for 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, and then we hit it again. Sometimes I go 5 seconds, like in this side I've gone out, I bring my legs out, and then in, out, and in. So it'll be a shuffle where we go, ready everybody? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we'll go out, and so on, just to be creative. And you do this about, 3 times. We do this 3 times, happy feet, and then all that's left at this point is accelerating if you're an avid runner, or just shuffling back to the other side if you're just learning to run in a way that's comfortable for you. And a walk, a brisk walk works for all of these sort of shuttle zones here. So you can run, you can shuffle, and you can walk it back to the other side. And guess what? You have completed a Brazilian body circuit, something I've done probably, I have no idea how many times I've done it. I'll be doing it tomorrow night with my track club kids, and I'll be doing it with some clinics this weekend. Call it 25, 30 years of lots of running and walking, and since 1984, been doing that Brazilian circuit and spreading the good word wherever I can. So give it a try. Tap into the written list of exercises in the SportMed BC article section and have some fun with it. Call me if you ever have trouble with it, and I can certainly sort of walk you through, talk you through. So good luck. Off you go now after the circuit for perhaps an interval of running, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and you can repeat the circuit again. In some cases, we've done it sort of 3 times with a running interval in between. In this case, on that clinic day, we used it as a warm-up, and they were good and warmed up and felt fantastic when they headed out for their clinic run that day. So again, you can do it as part of a warm-up, or what I wanted to say is it's excellent strength to add as a workout all in itself for those of you that are avid runners and want a way to enhance the strength component of your program specific to running. Now, you can include other exercises and be creative. These ones I've put together because they work for most groups. You can add to the circuit and be creative with obvious kinds of exercises like sit-ups and more push-ups. lunges perhaps, jumping jacks, and running jacks, I call them. Jumping jacks are the traditional ones. Running jacks are just forward and back in the same way that you do a regular jumping jack. You just move forward and back like a runner. Depends on your surface and where you're doing this and what the weather's like on a given day as to whether you want to get on the ground and do sit-ups or whether you maybe want to decide to do running jacks on a day like that. So you're including all those A, B's, and C's exercises that are now part of any performance running program. You know you're doing some good when you do the marching A's, the B's, over the barrel B's, and then the C's, which are the seat kicks. All right? So you include those. Oh, and a big thank you to my friends at the Killarney Sun Run in Training Clinic. And you know what? I was going to say good luck to all of you, which I am going to say with your program. But again, just be inspiring by trying different places to do your workouts. And just because I know you were wondering where that lake is on the North Shore, this is where it's called Bunsen Lake, and this is what it looks like. It's not quite coming through with the trees, you know, growing those leaves just yet, but the sunshine's coming, and we've certainly had enough rain, so we know that those buds are forming anytime now. So listen, everybody, thanks for listening. Good luck with the Brazilian body circuit, and have fun with your program. Bye for now. I'm Lynn Kanuka, SportMed's RunWalk coach and resident Olympian. Bye for now.